demand on your care, skin disorders, and pressure injuries.
Preventing skin cancer. 10 sunscreen tips. 1. Sun protection is for health. Sun protection is not only to prevent tanning, but more importantly, the ultraviolet UV radiation in the sunlight accelerates skin aging, and even increase the risk of skin cancer. Therefore, it is important to take adequate sun protection measures. 2. Sun protection is also required on cloudy days. Up to 80% of solar UV radiation can penetrate thin cloud cover. There are also occasions when broken clouds enhance UV radiation by reflection from their sides, leading to the intensity of UV radiation increases. Therefore, sun protection is required even on cloudy days. Sun protection measures include: avoid prolonged exposure to the sun, especially the sun from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. is the most harmful. Wear long-sleeved clothes, wide-brim hats, and sunglasses for protection during outdoor activities. Apply adequate sunscreen every day. 3. Effects of UV radiation on the skin. UV radiation can be divided into 3 categories: UVA, UVB, and UVC. Since all UVC and most UVB will be absorbed by the atmosphere, most of the UV radiation reaching the ground are UVA and a small part of UVB. UV light can help in the formation of vitamin D. However, UVA can cause skin aging and wrinkles, while absorbing excessive UVB can cause sunburn and tanning, both of which can cause skin cancer. 4. What are SPA and PA on sunscreen? The sun protection factor, SPF, represents the ability to block UVB and delay the skin from being sunburned by UVB. For example, using SPF 15 sunscreen, the obvious sunburn in 10 minutes will be extended to 150 minutes. PA is the ability to block UVA. It is generally divided into 3 levels: PA+, PA++, and PA+++. The more plus sign, the higher the sun protection effect. Therefore, you should pay attention to the SPF and PA values at the same time when purchasing sunscreen. 5. SPF is not the higher the better. For daily outings, it is generally recommended that SPF 30 is sufficient. No matter how high the value is, the defense is almost the same. A sunscreen with a higher value may add a lot of chemicals, which can easily cause allergies. 6. The correct amount of sunscreen. The amount required for the whole face and neck is about a $5 coin. Don't forget the back of the neck, ears, and feet. 7. Reapply sunscreen even using high number SPF. No matter how high the SPF of the sunscreen is, it will be failed after sweating and oiling. It is recommended to reapply sunscreen every 3 to 4 hours. If you are outdoors, you should reapply it every 1 to 2 hours. 8. Physical sunscreen, vs. chemical sunscreen, which one is better? Physical sunscreen, commonly zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, is a physical barrier to block UV radiation. The advantage is that it can immediately protect the skin from the sun, but you need to apply a thick layer, which give off a white cast on your skin. Chemical sunscreen can absorb UV radiation on the surface of the skin for sun protection. Compared with physical sunscreen, it is relatively thinner, but some chemicals come with an increased risk of irritation, and it will only take effect 15 to 20 minutes after application. In fact, the two have their own advantages, and you can choose the right product according to your needs. 9. How to wash off sunscreen. Generally, you can just wash off sunscreen by using an oil-based cleanser. Then, rinse with warm water. If you use a foundation with sunscreen, you can use a cleansing oil. You can also use light exfoliation to remove any stubborn particles that may be lingering. For your body, try a body scrub or use a loofah in the shower. Remember, if not properly removed sunscreen, it will cause clogged pores and skin damage. 10. No need to apply sunscreen if you wear a hat. General clothing, such as wide-brim hat, has a small effect of sun protection, but the sun protection is of course not as good as sunscreen. Therefore, it is recommended to apply sunscreen first, and then wear UV protection clothing and sunglasses, for extra protection as needed.